I'm here with my good buddy, Matt Shepard, apartment expert and trusted advisor for people hoping to find a New York City no-fee apartment. Matt, what sets the apartment rental market in New York City apart from the rest of the United States?
It's a very simple answer. 15% broker's fee, which is equal to 1.8 times the monthly rent of the apartment you rent. So in addition to having to pay the first month's and the security deposit, which is sometimes be more than a month, you have to give the broker an additional just about 2 months rent before you move into the apartment. Meaning you have at least 4 months of rent to cough up before you move in.
Tell us about your experience with brokers and why you think they have such a bad reputation.
Yeah, I mean, I just think, you know, I'm known as the anti-broker because I focus on helping people get apartments without brokers. Just think, you know, once again, not against brokers. I'm against the fact that brokers use buildings and landlords that you could go to directly yourself if only you knew who to call. That's what I'm against. I'm not against the whole profession of the broker going out there, working hard, getting their listing, getting their exclusive, and then renting it. I'm against the fact that they're going and getting properties that we could go to directly and save that 2 months rent.
What are the fees and why have they come about?
Well, the standard fees, which are true in any city, would be the first month's rent and a security deposit, which would be 2 months rent. And then some cities do have a 1 month broker's fee, which is something that is acceptable. But in Manhattan, in addition, instead of it being a 1 month broker's fee, it can be as high as a 2. And I've actually seen in certain situations it go as high as 3, 4, 5 months when the apartment is considered a good deal, at least by Manhattan standards. So you have a first month's rent, security deposit, and a broker's fee. An application fee and a credit check fee would be your standard fees in Manhattan before moving into an apartment.
Tell us about the directory and how you compile the list.
I came about it because I was actually looking for an apartment for myself when I was going to NYU. My dad said, hey, if you can find an apartment that's the same price as the dorm, by all means, you can move in there. And obviously once he found out he had to pay a 2 month broker's fee, he refused. So I started going from door to door, building to building, trying to find out how I could get the information directly. As I was going from building to building, basically I discovered they were literally over 1,000 buildings in which you could rent directly. So my service was compiling these buildings, providing you with the direct landlord information so anyone can call directly that landlord and then in essence be their own broker, because what they're doing is doing the same legwork a broker would do, which is calling buildings and landlords, but instead of going with that broker, you're going on your own, and thus you don't have to pay any broker's fee. The directory has been an ongoing project for over 10 years now, actually. So, you know, it started off with 50 buildings and is now, you know, close to 2,000. Provides you with the buildings and the landlords who own those buildings, and you contact directly the landlord to find out what's available in those buildings. So you hear it directly from the landlord, hey, this studio is available in this building. And at that time, you go see the availability, not because you see it on a listing that tells you to run and go see an apartment.